The Lord's Resistance Army is led by Joseph Kony. He wants to overthrow the government and run the country using the Ten Commandments as law. To do this, he is abducting children and forcing them to fight against their own people.
They're well known for removing people's lips, cutting off their eyelids, cutting off their ears, nose, leaving them. This is one of the internally displaced persons camps. Here we are. Nice to meet you.
We met these two kids who had been abducted at a very young age. One had spent 8 years in captivity. They were all trained and taught how to kill.
We're here at Richard's house, and Richard's one of the children who was abducted. And how old was he?
I was abducted when I was 7 years. One of the things I first witnessed when I was abducted was we went to a stream and they killed some people there. When they killed them, they dumped them in the stream and made us drink water from that same stream.
If you didn't do what you were told, you were beaten to death by the other kids, and the other kids were forced to do that. And they come back and they have to be integrated into society again. And the villagers are scared of them because they were the very people who came and killed and raped. But the parents, you know, imagine sitting there as a parent, and your child is taken from you, and you spend 8 years wondering whether your child has been multiply raped, murdered, killed, or have they killed people? Are they still alive? And then suddenly this child comes out of the bush.
When I had just come, I used to actually have a lot of nightmares. I would dream of some of the scenes where people were being killed and tortured. But now that has reduced. I no longer have these nightmares.
They're taking these children when they were like 7 and 8 and stuff. The girls are getting pregnant at the age of 10 and 11 and dying in the bush because their bodies can't deal with childbirth. And
She was there for a long time, 8 years. She says that a lot of her friends are, you know, married and have lives, and she has a child from someone else, and it's tougher, and she relies on her
she can't go back to
parents.
school.
It's the St. Martin's School, where the 15-year-old boy that we met in his hut, this is his school, so we've come to say hello and to deliver some school packages, books and stuff like that, to help them along, so it's great.
There's one big cardboard box that you can teach, you know, it can be set up, you can set up a school under a tree if people have been displaced, and it's got enough equipment in it for 80 students. And that was really wonderful to take that there. Everything you need in here, really. There's fantastic jotters, maps of the world. 1 each. Hey, guys. If there aren't enough places, kids are fighting to get into school, you know, because they see the difference it makes if you go to school and get an education and if you don't. 1.7 million people are now living in these camps in Uganda. And I never heard about it before. I never knew that. We also saw different work that UNICEF's doing there. We saw a kind of clinic for mothers who are either pregnant or have young babies.
Okay, and so this is where they give them all the injections.
Yeah.
Mother, like this one, a pregnant mother or a non-pregnant mother.
Babies are immunized and given vitamins and deworming tablets, and mothers are given nets, and the babies are weighed to check for malnutrition.
Over here, I think I'm going to faint.
It was amazing, positive story, and seeing all these mothers with their babies there who desperately wanted this medical help.
It breaks your heart, doesn't it?
I think there is a preconception that people in African countries don't care about medicine or aren't interested, and it's just you can clearly see here that if it's available, that, you know, there's a real hunger for proper medical care. There's a real need for it, and the people want it if they can get it, you know.